दूसरा टाइप का जो क्वेश्चन है स्टैक में जो कि काफी फेमस है, वो क्या कहता है कि नॉर्मली हमने क्या स्टैक इंप्लीमेंट किया था, स्टैक वाज implemented using array, राइट। उसमें सिंगल अरे था। अब क्या कह रहा है कि मेरे को एक ही अरे यूज करना है। द क्वेश्चन इज I have to use only a single array, right? This is my only array that I have as a data source layer. Okay, this is the only array with the index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Single array है और I have to implement two stacks in the same array. So I have a single array and I have two stacks to be implemented in the same array. Okay. पहले क्या था, एक हर एक स्टैक का अंडरलाइंग में एक अरे होता था, ठीक है, एंड वी यूज दैट अरे टू इम्प्लीमेंट अ स्टैक। व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय इम्प्लीमेंटिंग अ स्टैक? बेसिकली यू हैव टू इम्प्लीमेंट अ मेथड लाइक पुश, पॉप, पीक, is empty, or is full. These are the methods that you have to implement a stack. Now I have to implement two stacks in the same array. How should we go about it, guys?
इस array को डिवाइड कर देंगे, लाइक 0 to 4 फर्स्ट स्टैक एंड 4 to 8 सेकंड स्टैक को यूज करेंगे।
Okay, so अगर तुम इस अप्रोच से जाते हो that you divide it into the two parts, like 0 to 4 and 4 to 8. Okay, so stack 1 बस यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक element it can store, and the stack 2 can only store from here to here, right? But suppose if suppose S1 is more active than S2. Suppose S1 is more active than S2. It means that in S1, the more number of elements you are pushing and the popping. In the S2, it is less active, like less number of elements you are pushing or the popping. Okay. So अभी उन्होंने इक्वली डिवाइड कर दिया, तो दाव S1 ज्यादा चाहिए था, S1 को स्टोरेज, S1 को उतना नहीं मिला, और S2 को कम चाहिए था, उसको ज्यादा मिल गया। तो हियर यू हैव पुट अ कांस्टेंट, फिक्स कर दिया। कैन वी डू समथिंग दैट जितना भी स्पेस बचा हुआ है अरे में, अगर S1 में ज्यादा एलिमेंट तो S1 कैन टेक मोर एलिमेंट, और S2 को अगर ज्यादा चाहिए तो S2 कैन टेक मोर एलिमेंट, लाइक सो फॉर
यस सर।
एग्जांपल देयर इज अ डेटाबेस in which two applications are writing, so in that you don't have any control, right? The application which will have more data will end up having more storage in that database, right? So same here, I have a single array, so the out of two stack S1 and S2, the stack having the more number of push operations will have the more data. So what I mean to say that maybe S1 के ज्यादा elements हो, जैसे कि S1A, S1B, S1C, S1D, S1E, S1F, ये हो, और S2 के कम ही elements हो, S2A, S2B, S2C. तो S1 ज्यादा और तो S1 ने ज्यादा space ले लिया, something like this. Make sense?
यस सर।
How should we go about it?
सर वी विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 0 अगेन, लाइक ओड नंबर पे S1 को प्लेस करेंगे और इवन नंबर पे S2 को प्लेस करेंगे टिल लाइक व्हेन S2 इज फुल, देन द रेस्ट ऑफ द places we will place S1.
Now again, if we pick odd for one and even for the other, still it is equally divided only, no?
नो सर, टिल जब तक S2 फुल ना हो तब तक, उसके बाद तो हम वो कर लेंगे ना।
So you are saying that okay, so I have something called 0, 2, 4, 6, and then there is something called 1, 3, 5, and 7, and you are saying that S1 के लिए S1 will go for odd and S2 will go for even, something like this. Okay, so S1 के लिए ये जगह है, ये जगह है, यहाँ पे चला गया, यहाँ पे चला गया, और फिर से तुम कह रहे हो कि फिर वो यहाँ पे आएगा ऐसे करके, तो ये एक पोजीशन, दूसरा पोजीशन, तीसरा पोजीशन, फोर्थ पोजीशन, then again if I come back, how do you maintain that last in first out वाला order?
For
How
stack
it is
2, we
work?
can start from the end, right?
Yes, I think this was
That's
very
what
nice.
we
So
are
I think
saying.
this should, I think, should work. So what we can do here is that I have a stack 1 here and I have a stack 2 here. So the stack 1 should start to fill the element from this direction to this direction, and stack 2 should try to fill the element from this direction to this direction, right? And when it will be empty, when, you know, if suppose index of stack 1 is this and index of stack 2 is this, if index of stack 1 plus 1 is equal to index of stack 2, in that case I say that there is no more element that you can place in this particular array. So for example, let's try to find out the is empty, and in this you have to give the number whether you're talking about the stack 1 or you're talking about the stack 2. So suppose you're talking about stack number. So if if equals to 0, it means we're talking about the stack. So in that case you just return, if return suppose s1, suppose this is I, which is indicating the index of s, and index of the s2, I equals to -1. So if it is empty, it means there is no element yet placed, so the value of I is still -1 in that case, right? And I'm talking about the if else if, in that case I return I equals to array dot array is equal to capacity, basically j equals to capacity. This will show me whether the stack is empty or not empty, right? Similarly, what should I write code for the push thing? So suppose now if I have to write code for push, like say public void push int data and int stack number. What should I write code here?
A few moments later.
If stack number is equal to 2, first of all, we'll have to check whether the complete stack is full or not, right? So we'll have to first check if plus 1 is equals to j. In that case, what it means, I is here and j is here. In that case, it is full. So if I plus 1 is equal to j, then I just throw stack out of bound exception. Okay. If that is not the case, stack number is equals to 2. In that case, it means I have to move here. My last element is at the index 0. So what I have to do is that I have to add the element at plus j data. Else I have to add the number at the minus j. I have to move in this direction. So j index has to be decreased. So it should be j minus j. And if it is the first index, then it would be plus I equals to data. So it's very simple. The only key point here is that one you have to keep on the left hand side and another stack you have to keep on the right hand side. This is the key concept that you have to use to implement two stacks in a single array. Again, this is very common question being asked in the stack interviews. So please write code for this one. You have to implement two stacks using a single array.